Greetings, brothers and sisters. I want to speak on the topic, the power of the Trinity. The power of the Trinity. It was July 2nd, 2018, where I was revived from the pain and suffering of 5 years. Through my 5 years, I was with this girl named Desiree Dorsey. The 5 years was done through spitefulness, hatred, and judgment. I thought I was in love. I spent money, I cared, and I loved. But I didn't receive the same thing back. But I want to speak on the power of the Trinity. Time has passed and July 2nd, 2018 came up. That was the year I found the whom that called to be my girlfriend. That was the day that I will never forget, but that's a day that I have to forget. I use that day as a reminder that everything that happens in life is not what it seems. That day is a significant date because that's the date I found to be damaged and unrevivable. So not too long ago, I was on this ground with pills and my shotgun to my head. I received a phone call from a child saying how she watched my video, my suicide video. She said she was scared that I was gonna die. She said she didn't want me to pass. She wanted me to live. So I spoke this to her. And I said, baby girl, you need to understand. I'm at this place in my life because people are not who they seem to be. And I remember I said, I think it's time for me to go. And she goes on to plead and cry with me that I don't want you to die, Kenny. I want you to stay alive as long as you can. And what makes this special, this is a baby speaking to me. But I keep telling her, I have to go. So she keeps punching at it. Kenny, I don't want you to go. I want you to stay. You don't deserve to die, Kenny. Stay with me. But I keep replying, I have to go. So she goes on to say, who's gonna rescue me, Kenny? I need you. And that's when the power of the Trinity kicked in. I wiped the tears and the blood out my mouth. I got up with all power. And I said, you need me. And she said, yes, Kenny, I need you. I want to make this nice and clear. And I know there's somebody taking notes on this video. And I want you to take all the notes that you can, because I want you to honestly hear what I'm about to say. There's some people in my life. There are some jokes. When you go through a storm, you look for all the help that you can get. I'm dying. I don't have money to spend. I'm sniffing heroin. I do drugs. I'm an alcoholic. Kenya, I need your help. Where was the help when I was dying on this floor? When I called on you, you laughed at me. You said I want that nigga to die. But I bring this topic because there's so many people in my life that can't touch this child. This child is more mature to have these little ass kids in my life. And when I say little ass kids, I'm talking about you adults. So-called say y'all for me. So-called said y'all care for me. But once y'all go through a storm, y'all surely know who I am then. But when I go through a storm, I wish that nigga dies. If I would have wished death upon you, I'd be called a racist. I'd be called a hateful nigga. I'd be called this, I'd be called that. But I find it kind of hilarious that people come in my life, they go through so much storms, but right when I go through something, they're nowhere to be found. People didn't revive me. The power of the Trinity did. And this baby, I give all honor to, because God sent this baby to save me from dying. Baby saved me. And the ones who so-called love me replied as, I wish that nigga can die. How do y'all feel? You know who I'm talking to. How do y'all feel? That you do all that preaching and teaching and false doctrines. How do you actually feel? Do you feel good? Do you feel like you're actually doing something? Do you feel like you actually saved a soul? Do you feel like you actually got me on the right track? Do you feel as you get all the credit for the things that I'm about to do? No, you get nothing. Because you all replied in the same hateful manner that I wish he would die. But I ask you this. What on earth did you think was going to happen? Did you want me to pull that trigger? Did you want me to keep swallowing the pills? Did you want me to keep drinking? Did you want me to pass? All of you put money on my death. All of you did. And all of you rightfully failed. You need to stop speaking Kenya Dixon. Stop speaking Monica Renee Green. And start examining yourself, examining what's really under your nose. I'm not your child. I'm not family. I'm just somebody who's witnessed the hatred coming from you guys. If it wasn't for the power of the Trinity, I would be buried right now. Justice will be having to give my eulogy right now. Well, all you are sitting there shaking your heads, still wondering how I'm still kicking. I'm still alive because hatred can't stop what God has for me. Y'all can try all y'all want. But I'm somebody who pays my own phone bill. I got my own job. I graduated with a 3.45 GPA. I will be attending college next month. What are y'all doing? Speaking my name? Worrying about what I'm doing? But y'all need to really look at what's really under y'all nose and stop worrying about me. I'm glad that Trinity is becoming a young woman. I give respect to her because she's doing something that man can't do. You know how many people has said, I wish this nigga can die. This nigga ain't shit. This nigga will never be shit. This nigga is nothing. This nigga is a joke. This nigga is this nigga is that. I be called a nigga by the ones that so-called say they love me. But it's something about the Trinity that keeps me moving. Power of the Trinity keeps me pushing. The power of the Trinity keeps me motivated. The power of the Trinity keeps me pumped. Because I look back at that, now the blood coming up my mouth, the tears, the sweat coming off my head. The amount of people that so-called said they was here to save me replied in the same manner, I wish that nigga can die. But I still wonder, what did you think was gonna happen? What did you honestly think was gonna happen? I've sensed the hatred for a while. I knew that hatred was manifested into the veins of you hypocrites. I knew hatred was already injected into your hearts and minds because I could not do what you expected me to do. I couldn't meet the expectation that you have set. But I still want to know, what did you think was going to happen? I'm still alive and I'm still kicking. And I'm always going to be pushing. But always remember, hatred can't stop God's grace. Bye.